Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and MBs, welcome back to Sunstriders, Phase 2.5, LIBERTAS. Last session, Session 1, an errant word, we were sent by Commander Akora T on patrol after reports of potential sovereignty subterfuge nearby water purification plant. Tried to link up with our point of contact, a little street urchin named Red. I think he was a human, right? Little human boy. Ran into a patrol of some sovereignty troopers. Found out that they were part of the 13th Legion. Sovereignty spec op type guys. Went to the water plant, found out that there was some nerve agent that was scheduled to go into one of the water tanks for the civilian population. Shut that shit off. Marked it with the big sovereignty skull and got on out of there. Took one of the sovereignty guys prisoner after we field justiced another one. You know, what's a little war crime here or there?
Prolonged combat casualty.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
The fight wasn't over.
Yeah.
So
Fight is never over, Dom.
So yeah, so that's where we left off. Back in base, got a sweet little late night scene with Commander Qual. You know, trying to figure some shit out about Vyacheslav, USDC. My fault.
All good. You're letting your real world military experience color your abbreviations.
USCD's nuts.
USD's nuts indeed. All right, boys. Session 2. Curiosity killed the Loth-Cat.
Oh.
What? Got our sweet little quote of the week. Mercy to the guilty is cruelty to the innocent. By Adam Smith. Little Scottish politician-esque kind of guy. Led one of the English, not revolutions. What are those called? Thought Renaissance type things. Whatever.
French 1700 think tank.
For Adam Smith?
Oh, how old's Adam Smith?
I don't think 1700. I think he's like 1800s.
Okay. Sure.
1723 to 1790,
You're right.
baby.
1723, 1790.
Scottish Enlightenment defined.
Hey, fellas, just off rip. 1700s off rip. Pure guess.
Hey, this guy knows his shit. So,
Chris is
economist,
the
philosopher.
Ooh, economist,
Father
philosopher.
of capitalism.
Ooh.
The quote was cool and relevant. That was it.
Capitalism was probably a lot cooler back then. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Maybe early
Right.
stage was pretty sweet.
Lifting the
market
peasantry
instead
from
of the lord's
tradition.
market.
Right, no kings. Oh, you're right, yeah.
So, anyway, all right, gang. So, after successfully rescuing young Rhett and stopping the water supply for many of the civilians of the Deer Creek block from being poisoned, Commander T has ordered you to interrogate the prisoner that you managed to capture. She's given you a license to do what you have to.
Oh my.
She has also ordered you to crack the data pad that you retrieved from the attack. Recruiting numbers are low, also. She has told you guys to try and do some outreach while you're out and about to get a few people talking about signing up. So, Vyacheslav duty has been activated. So,
Oh.
Vyacheslav, increase your strain threshold by 2. Everybody else
Let's
will
go.
increase your strain threshold by 1.
Sweet. Hell yeah.
So,
I gotta,
So-
gotta put my salesman on.
So we gotta find some. Ooh, wait. We'll get there. I got an easy egg for the basket.
So, all right, gang. So we're gonna pick up just a couple of hours after we left off. So early morning. And I wanted to go around and have you guys talk about what you do, what's your morning routine. Lieutenant Qual, are you making your squad do like morning PT? What's y'all's morning stuff look like for the squad or for your individual characters? This is not the session question. We're scene building.
Ooh, nice. Scene building. Well, really, I'm probably making sure that the other shift, our B shift, is getting the trucks out and about now.
Yeah.
Taking care of the level side of the business.
Okay.
Making
So
sure they're out and about.
so I'm assuming that's Takid, Nadia, Gil, Ginkgo, and Uzun.
Right.
Nice.
Making sure they got their both trucks. I don't know, one truck, however many, whatever the crew is, to be out and actually doing the real waste collection.
Okay. Probably send out both of them, 3 per
Gotcha.
or 2 per, whatever.
So just checking on that, and then outside of that, I'm 0500 bunk inspection every day.
Oh, okay.
I'm running my finger underneath the railing of the box set. I'm looking for dust. I'm trailing my finger on top of the ceiling fan. I'm doing any and everything. I'm
Well,
looking.
how anal are you being?
Oh,
are you
incredibly.
are you like checking people's lockers, make sure the padlocks are there?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. If I walk up to your Foot Locker and that motherfucker just opens up, I'm going
Do
crazy.
you have rules for how we're supposed to fold our shit?
No.
Not that hard?
No, as long as your Foot Locker is locked and there's not errant clothing around. I better not find a fucking sock bundled up in the corner of the barracks room, or it's a nightmare for the rest of the week.
All right. Cool. So I guess everybody's doing inspections nice and early. So,
Vyacheslav would be. Good,
sorry.
good.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
yeah.
Reynold has already completed his own inspection of his quarters, and he this morning, so he can get a head start because this morning he wanted to go and check on the little boy and see if he's okay.
Okay. We'll get to that. I like
All
it.
right.
Okay.
Vyacheslav would be sitting on the chest at the end of his maid bunk, detailing his equipment.
Ooh.
He goes through this each morning, checklist, grease the gun, a cup of calf, and a lit burner on the chest next to him.
Okay.
Classy.
Bernathon is a bit of a slob.
Ooh.
And is
Uh-oh.
he as soon as he hears like the first steps of Lieutenant Robin, just immediately like trying to cram like 20 minutes of work into 1 minute, and it's just 4 hands like shuffling everything into
Unfair
his-
advantage, dude.
This motherfucker's gonna get us smoked for this.
Private Pile.
Yeah, definitely has a jelly donut in his locker. He can't find that box.
That's awesome. Where'd you even get that? Cool. All right. So, morning inspection's done. Is there anything you guys want to do before we get started with the day's activities? Any side conversations? I know we'll head over to the med ward with Dr. Fahrenheim here in a minute.
I would
Anything else you wanna
I would
cover?
love to call Vyashlev into my office before the day gets off started.
Okay.
I also would like to talk to Bernthon as well, but individually.
Okay. Well,
Vyslav's gonna take one glance at the storm of hands happening 2 bunks down, and head over to Lieutenant Call's office.
okay.
Are you trying to get there, or you trying to stop me in my tracks before I get to the barracks?
If you how do you ask this? Is this, do I know I'm supposed to be in there, or
No, I would come. I think I would come and get you. I doubt we have a real intercom system up and working, so
Okay.
I'd probably bundle it in.
Okay. So, morning inspection's done, or I don't know if you guys wanna play it out. I'm more than happy.
You can give. Hey, if you want to make Bernie make a sweet check against my vigilance, I'm happy
You know
to call
what?
it there.
I like it. I like it. So let's see. What would that even be? Coordination, maybe?
I think coordination, cool.
Discipline, huh?
Yeah, give me a
Discipline
good, give
could
me,
be, yeah.
give me a cool, a nice little cool versus vigilance here.
Okay.
So it'll be 1 red, 2 purple.
Cool. And I am still shook up. So I do take a setback as well.
Yeah, I'll give you a boost die because you have 4 arms.
Sweet. Thanks,
There you
man.
Ooh,
Go for a walk.
Push it, baby.
explode that.
Push it.
Explode that, goat.
Alright. Got that. Boost 2 reds. Purple set.
Hey.
Hey, hey, man! The flurry of hands. You know, it's an every morning thing for some reason. Bernathon seems to not be able to keep his shit in order, but every morning when Lieutenant Qual comes through, it's like a tornado comes through, but instead of fucking everything up, everything just happens to end up in its right place.
Okay.
Last second, lock clicks on the little foot locker, and Bernathon snaps to attention as Lieutenant Qual opens up.
Just breathing a little too fast.
Good morning, soldiers.
Morning, Lieutenant.
Morning.
Immediately,
Morning.
the big squid eye starts inspecting. I just don't even say it, literally say nothing else, just letting my boots fall on the floor. And I walk past Vyaslav's bunk. I stop mid-step, look towards the sheets, poke the top of the mattress, grimace a little bit, but keep walking. Get to Bernie, and just Trooper. You mind?
Lieutenant?
You mind telling me what that decadently sweet smell is?
I was a little late getting back to the barracks, and there's a really nice pastry place. A few blocks down.
Produce the pastry, Trooper.
Sir, just like angrily.
How much of it's missing?
Probably like 3/4. Just like the last.
Now you do have a triumph.
Yeah, well, hey, what would you like your triumph to be?
Ooh, man. Decisions. That. I mean, it's a stupid use of a triumph, but that he doesn't know about a still wrapped second pastry.
Ah, perfect. I was really hoping for another victory for the Dak dog.
Yeah,
Dude.
that's too. It's too relevant now. We can't. It's too easy now. But the one that you have out, I'm gonna inspect it. I don't believe this is up to regulations, Trooper.
Well, excuse me, sir, but what regulation would that be?
It should be at least 3 parts pastry to 1 part filling. And Lieutenant Qual will turn on his heel and walk out of the room.
Understood. He'll go pretend like he's doing it and then just scarf the rest of it down.
And then I'll put my head back in after I walk out of there. Sergeant Vice Chef, my office.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, huh?
Yeah, what's your character line so you can get in, dude?
I am Vyacheslav Ukrainka. I am. I sound Russian. Okay, hurry. Rus. I'm the Rus.
So naturally,
Fuck the Mongols.
I've got my own sweet calf pot in my office. Nice desk, not prefabbed, just one seat on the other side. I got data pads and shit all over the place. I also have a collection of tourist trap mugs from Corellia, just everywhere. They also only drink the calf black, so they never get washed. It's just the inside of them are all patinaed, varying shades of brown to black.
Nice and seasoned.
Vyaslav's gonna stand at the worn-in spot, directly center and exactly 4 foot away from the front of Qual's desk. Straight up at attention. The only thing not at attention is his arm at a 90 holding his calf cup.
At ease, Sergeant. Have a seat.
Vyacheslav sits down.
I'm gonna click the
Still
button.
straight back.
I'm gonna click the button underneath my desk and have the door shut.
Fancy.
And he's just gonna sit there, rocking his chair, look at you.
I assume this is about today's assignment, Lieutenant.
Not quite. I pulled your file, Sergeant.
I hope it was satisfactory.
Pick up the data pad. Of course. So, I just was curious. What does a USDC member have any business doing, participating in a hot war action against another galactic entity?
Vyaslav's gonna immediately look away from me. Take a sip of his calf and set it on the desk. I did not think, or I did not expect to have my allegiance be found, but I can tell you. And he's gonna code switch.
Mm.
The United Sector Defense Coalition is interested in the Dak'linn Act Dogs. We, like many of the smaller forces in the galaxy, do not see the Coalition as a positive force. We see this rebellion as an opportunity to help strike down one of the strongest opponents of freedom in the galaxy that stands today. I can understand being upset with some of the subterfuge, but we had to make sure that we could get in and be safe. We lost the USDC operative, much like myself, trying to get into the Act Dogs. Not the Act Dogs, trying to get into the... Frick, dude, why do I always...
Sovereignty.
The Corellian Liberation.
Oh, that's us. Yeah,
CLF.
that's still us.
Yeah,
The
CLF.
CLF. The last member we sent to be a part of the CLF was intercepted by Sovereignty special agents and executed. We had to make sure we were a bit more hidden, which is why I'm interested. How'd you even find out?
Well, most of your files redacted. There's usually only a few types of people that pull that level of attention from the moles. Now, understand me, Sergeant. I have no issues with any of your ties to the USDC. I think perhaps if things are done correctly, some semblance of a force for good in the galaxy can spawn from Coruscant once again. Many sectors don't believe that, and I think you'll find Corellia to be one of those the longer you stay.
The USDC is most interested in the liberation effort, as it allows them to wear a different face on their efforts on planet. This could be a mutually beneficial alliance.
It's well above my pay grade, Sergeant.
Well, Lieutenant, as of now, I'm the only USDC operative. I'm the only USDC operative operating inside of the Liberation Front. If we can, seems your higher-ups already know. I'd like to keep that away from the men on the ground.
Consider it need to know, Sergeant.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Now, the Legionnaire we captured yesterday.
A young man.
You'll have first crack out.
Good. Any rules of play?
Commander T said, any means necessary, effectively.
Understood.
And Chris, if you would be so kind, I would love to introduce what our perhaps a holding cell might look like at the dump.
You know, you guys have been a couple times the holding cell is kind of exactly what you expect to be in a dump, makeshift base. It's in an old container, like one of the just like the metal cargo container, like 8x24s or whatever. There's a little tiny desk and 2 chairs bolted to the floor. There's a little, what's the word? Orifice. There's just a hole for waste. And someone brings a meal every couple of hours. And that's about it.
Sweet. But yeah, after that,
I would like to ceremoniously change my specialization from slicer to the real one, sleeper agent.
My man!
hell yeah.
That was
Nice.
quick.
The code switch is crazy. But yeah, I'll dismiss Sergeant Vashlev, and I'll go gather up Bernie. I'll call Bernie in.
Before you do that,
Yes.
Lieutenant Roberin, give me a knowledge warfare check.
Knowledge warfare, okay. What's my difficulty?
And it'll be 2 reds. It'll be 2 reds.
Okay. Let's see here. I have anything to help? Do not. Okay. Ooh. 3 advantages and a triumph, though, on the failure.
Okay. What would you like your advantages to be?
Well, what information am I attempting to glean here? Give me a ballpark.
So, something just didn't quite ring right whenever Vyacheslav said what he said about being the only operative. You've been in the military for a long time. You have been trained. You were trained by the U.S.
DC.
DC. God, man, fucking acronyms.
United Sector Defense Coalition.
Woo! So you went to a military academy.
Yeah.
You worked with those guys. You know how they operate. Generally. You always have a battle buddy. There's always a chain of command. You always have somebody else. Generally. So him volunteering the information of him being the only one, no, just doesn't quite sit right with you.
Might be a little suspicious.
But of course, thinking on it, you're not really sure who it could be.
Right. Oh,
Not really sure.
Even that, and it's easy to reason away. I mean, we have a blockade up, sovereignties everywhere. It's easy enough to think that there might not be a whole bunch of moles running around Corellia at this moment.
Yeah.
For my triumph. For my triumph, can I run this story back to Commander T for a look over or verification, perhaps?
You can. Is that something you'd like to do right now?
I will send it up to her. Like, I'll get it in the data pad while I'm calling Bernie in, and I'll send it up. Because I assume she probably has a million things also to do. So,
Absolutely.
but
Okay.
yeah, so I'll send that along with the high importance exclamation mark tag on the email.
Okay. Alrighty. Bernathon, you're up. Lance Corporal. Bernathon.
Carabast. Walk in. Yeah, you wanted to see me, Lieutenant?
Lance Corporal, have a seat. Close the door for me, if you would.
All right, so, what's it? Is this about the jelly donut? 'Cause- Look, I'm sorry.
Just hold my hand up. Lance Corporal, how long is it now that you've been active in the 33rd Mobile Infantry?
I mean, what's it been? 2 months? I think coming up, yeah.
2 months. So yesterday was our perhaps most active mission for you as of yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty rare that we see that kind of action.
Indeed. How are you feeling?
I mean, you know, it is what it is. I mean, you know, it's really like what they did to that kid. It's kind of sticking with me. Just thinking if Dr. Fahrenheim needs anything for him, I might go run out and grab it.
Good. Do you have any family on Corellia still, Vernon?
Yeah, that'd be my ma. She lives over quite a few blocks away. Residential area. I mean, why do you ask?
Just curious. I know things have the feeling of acceleration. I feel the pulse.
I mean, should I be worried for her? I mean, she doesn't know anything about this place.
No, not for this place, no. It's important, family. It's something you can lean on. Make sure you use it while you have it.
Do you have any family still, Lieutenant?
No.
Sorry, I brought it up.
It's fine, Trooper. They were both adjuncts and horse trainers at the Naval Academy on Hosnium Prime whenever Starkiller Base activated.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. Not much to say about that.
Everything to say has been said, Trooper. Go see if the good doctor needs any help with the young man.
Yes, sir.
Dismissed.
All right. Anything else?
That's it for
Lieutenant?
me.
All right. Also, Will,
Yes.
go ahead and Well, I guess everybody reset your strain and wounds if you had any. All right. So, Dr. Fahrenheim.
Yes.
So, morning inspections are over. You've seen Vyacheslav and Bernathon get pulled into Lieutenant Vrobrin's office, but no call comes for you. So, you're off the hook today, it seems.
Thank God.
So, you have a little bit of free time.
He smoked the shit out of me last week and made me do laps for at least 3 hours. This shit was horrible.
Well, hey. An unsecured footlocker can only lead to worse things. Because if you can leave your footlocker...
buried all my underwear outside. I had to go dig it up.
Please keep making me as anal as humanly possible at any chance. You guys have carte blanche to make Vrobrin as hedonistically anally intensive as humanly possible. And you get a green check from me no matter what. If you need me to be an asshole to you at some point in time, I get check mark. It happened. No worries.
Listen, Trooper, if you can leave a footlocker unsecured, you can leave a weapon on the ground, you can leave a vehicle unsecured. It's no good for anybody. So, I know you said you wanted to go check on young Rhett.
Yes, I wanted to see what state he's currently in. Want to check his charts, see if there's anything else I can do. He's in like a fat chamber or something, right? Like how do we have him set up?
So currently, you guys are not doing super hot on supplies and things of that nature. So you probably don't have any bacta tanks or anything like that. So, I mean, he's just kind of old school, hooked up to an IV. They've done what surgery they needed to do, pumped him full of drugs, and he's just got to heal it out. So, but yeah, easy enough as you walk in. You know, you're a field medic, a little bit different than like hospital staff, but they know you. You've been around. This isn't your first rodeo taking care of people after you drop them off. Shouldn't be your problem, but hey. Doctoring's a hard job and somebody's got to do it.
Yep.
So as you walk in, they kind of give you a little nod, greeting, hey, good morning, how you doing, whatever. And they kind of leave you to it. So
what kind of state is he in? Does he look like he's doing any better?
So it's just overnight. He's out of surgery. He's asleep. Obviously, they have him in some kind of, he's on some kind of medication that's keeping him under. He does not look good. You think your medical knowledge he'll probably be able to pull through, especially now that he's being constantly monitored. But there's a good potential for permanent damage. A lot of scarring. They've done done a number on his mouth. Very few teeth left, things of that nature. So, but all things considered, they cleaned him up. He looks a lot better. Just not as dirty, not as bloody. He's bandaged up. So
now this particularly, this situation in particular just kind of speaks to Fahrenheim, just because it reminds him of his kid. So like this is just the type of shit that's like emboldening him in the whole reason why he's here to begin with, just so shit like this doesn't happen. I mean, at least we were able to save this kid, but he's still gonna live with these scars, not only physically but mentally, I'm sure, for the rest of his life. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Hey, it's funny you say that. Give me a warfare check, and it'll be an average check, 2 purples.
All right. A failure and 2 advantages.
Okay. With your 2 advantages, you seem to remember something happening a couple months ago. Maybe it was right before you joined up. Maybe it was a little bit after. But you seem to remember some crazy thing that the sovereignty had done, and you weren't sure if it was propaganda or whatever being pushed by some of the rebel forces, but you know, something about some kids getting hurt. This is not a new occurrence. Children seem to not even be close to off limits for these guys.
Disgusting.
So
Why are they doing all this to begin with? Like, what's their reasoning? Why are they doing this?
they want to control Corellia. Huge port system, lots of starship manufacturing, lots of natural resources. Just it's one of those like cornerstone logistical systems that any big militaristic sovereignty would want to hold and keep control of.
We the Port of New Orleans.
You guys, Corellia is just a nice big green number on a piece of paper to them.
The human cost is too great. Yeah, this is horrible.
So, anything you'd like to say to him? Anything you'd like to do? He's asleep, but I mean, talking to people in comas type of thing.
Yeah. Do I know the kid's name even?
Yes, you guys do know his name is Rhett. You don't have a last name or anything like that. He's just a little human street urchin. I think we said 13
Right.
or 14.
Young teens.
Brett, I don't know if you can hear me, but I just wanted to say, things will get better. Things may seem dark right now, but there are people out there, people like us, who are trying to make things better. I know I can't undo what's been done to you, but if you ever need to talk to anybody or you ever need any help, reach out to me. And I go ahead and just kind of give him a pat on the shoulder. I make my way out. I'm gonna go see if I can regroup with the lieutenant, see if there's anything else we have to do.
Perfect. And you give him his pat on the shoulder, whatever. And as you're walking out the door, he has the little heart monitors and everything. It speeds up just a little bit. Maybe he heard you.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and carry that for the day.
Very good. So, session question, gang.
I love a 45-minute session
Like
question,
that
man.
shit. Get you nice and warmed up.
No kidding.
War is a tricky thing. People join for all different kinds of reasons. People fight for all different kinds of reasons. Everybody's got their own who they're protecting, what they're protecting, things of that nature. An important question to ask yourselves, and this is the session question, does your character believe that people can change? Why or why not? Take a second to think about that. I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick.
All right.
And the why or why not is very important.
Get us straight into Heaterville.
Complete silence among the Striders as they think.
Time to see who's Mr. Optimism.
Oh, he came from down the hallway. It almost looked like
That
you.
actually was
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
It looked like he walked dead out of the hallway in his background.
That shit was fucking fire.
I think it's actually. Hold on. I'm
Dude, it might be
curious.
perfectly lined up. Open it up and go walk back over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's right here.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's perfect.
That's hilarious.
And also, like, you didn't see the door at all. Like, the green screen covered it perfectly, so you just, like, appeared from around the corner.
Hell yeah, dude. All right, gang. So, do we think people can change? Who would like to
Dr.
go first?
Fahrenheim believes so.
Okay. And why?
All it takes is one great event, whether it be something good or something bad. It could be something big or it could be something insignificant, but all that matters is how it translates to the person and how they perceive it. Because it could be something, you know, as small as somebody saw, I don't know, a blue bird or something one day, and it just changes their perspective on something that they've been thinking about, or something as horrible as losing somebody, or you know, a great catastrophe befalling somebody. I mean, look at everyone here. Everyone here's here because of similar reasons having to do with the galactic sovereignty. That event shook everyone up enough to change from having their like normal everyday lives to moving into more of a militaristic life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So more of a, you know, people are adaptable and they change a lot type
Yeah.
of thought process. Okay. I like it. I like it. Go ahead and roll your destiny point.
Yeah, my
Destiny
point.
dice.
Two dark sides.
Oh, is my shit not updating? There we go. All right. Who would like to go next?
Vyacheslav would say that people do not change. While they might have many variables around them that shift around as needed, but at their base nature, it is about survival. Threaten someone's mortality, and they will change to the mold as needed.
Okay. So, not thinking that it's all about survival, you know, right?
Pretty much. It's about living to see the next day, and when faced with that option, people change allegiances, change stories, and change anything they have to continue on.
So it's kind of a yes, but
It's a yes and a no. People will fit into any mold required if it's necessary for survival. What they deem necessary is up to them.
okay. So I have a follow-up question now.
Go ahead.
Does that make them untrustworthy if they change?
I think it's more of it's so much of a feeling, trying to feel someone out, that the one thing that you could know is that they want to keep living like everyone else. And when you find someone that doesn't, that's a very dangerous person.
Hmm.
I think, and to go on to that too, I think knowing what will make a person change makes them trustworthy to you.
Hmm.
So if you know what pressures will cause this person to not be trustworthy, then you know what makes them trustworthy.
Trustworthy.
Very interesting. Okay. Oh, go ahead and roll your destiny point. Nice. Oh yeah,
For
buddy.
the Empire. I mean,
We're
yeah,
eating today, dude. Don't worry, gang. You'll get it back in blood.
Garrett, you ready, or you want me to roll?
Yeah, I'll go. I think Bernathon believes that people do not change. The circumstances that surround someone can, but at their core, the certain things. One of my ideals was like when push comes to shove, a being's true nature comes to the surface. And I think he thinks that no matter, where a person may be, who they are at their core remains, whether for better or for worse.
So before these guys were sovereignty, they were bullies and assholes.
Who is that?
That's Brinley Mulligan.
Yeah. Love that guy. I just listened to that interview segment a couple days ago, actually. Okay. Roll your destiny dice.
Ooh,
Hey,
go.
boys, Corellia's in bad shape. All right, so Robin says yes. Robin believes that people can, because great soldiers are never born. They are made. You might have the characteristics, you might have the temperament, but you have to be forged into a soldier.
All right. I like it. And, Jacob, roll your destiny dice.
Give me another dark one, baby.
Hey!
Ooh,
One holdout.
that's
Jacob
horrible.
is that thing you cannot kill. Hope. I love it. All right. So, perfect ideas for what we're about to do. So, the time has come. You guys have gathered. We are outside the holding cell with the young sovereignty soldier.
Kill him. I'm joking.
Vyacheslav has about a 16-inch roll-up, relatively thick, of tools in one hand, and then good doctor, did you bring the medical report for, was it Reggie?
Rhett.
Red.
Yes.
For
I
that?
have.
Good.
And I go ahead and I hand over the data pad.
I'll take that data pad.
Nice little basic readout. Couple of pictures of the wounds.
Now, Chris,
Hey.
for the prisoner cell.
Yeah.
I assume also going to be cargo container.
Yeah.
Can we have this hidden in the dump, like actually under like a fucking trash pile? And
Like it's coved over.
yes,
the
yeah,
container.
like combed over the
Like an
the whole
earthbound.
thing.
Okay. Yeah.
And can we have like, you know how the interrogation droids, the old ones, have like the two segmented parts?
Yeah.
Can we have like the door guard just be like the top of an old ITO head? Like
Yeah,
in
man.
the junk pile?
Yeah, I like it. You guys probably got a couple of skilled slicers and droid techs over here, so yeah, easy enough.
Sweet.
So, you guys are under your trash mound.
We are in there with the prisoner.
I say you guys are outside right now. You know, pre-job meeting type thing.
Is everyone here ready for this? Then he's gonna point a glance towards Bernie.
Well, I mean, yeah. We're just getting some info from him, right? I mean, he seemed pretty open to talking before we brought him here.
He's gonna glance. The Violop's gonna glance back down at the medical readout. It might get nasty.
He'll
If you
want to
have
talk.
to step out, don't feel bad. And Violop's gonna approach the droid head.
I'd say there's probably I can't help it, dude. Query. Query. What would you like?
I would like the door to be open. Sergeant Vyacheslav Ukrenka.
Processing. Authorized. Please step back. Prisoner may be dangerous.
Vyacheslav's gonna stand still.
And he'll doesn't notice you, reaches over, pulls the little latch, and hauls the door open. And you see the young sovereignty soldier curled up on his bed, shivering. He doesn't have no blankets or anything, wearing the clothes you guys brought him in, minus boots and obviously weapons and gear and things like that. So he's just, basic military fatigues.
We say that Bernie brings in a small fold-out table, and Dr. Reginald brings a chair.
I like it.
Wake up.
I wasn't asleep. And he'll sit
Have
up
a
on his
seat.
in the chair.
In the chair.
He'll kind of get up and pad over to the chair and sit down nervously, looking around. Are all four of you inside?
I believe so.
Absolutely.
Okay. Are you leaving the door open behind you, or are you closing it?
I gotta close that.
I think we should
bad
probably
boy.
close that shit.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So it's dark when you walk in. As you close the door, one shitty little fluorescent bulb with the little buzzing noise comes and flickers on as the door shuts.
Whenever he sits in the chair, Robin, put his big, meaty Moncala hands just on his shoulders, nice and firmly from behind him.
I told you guys that I would talk.
I know, son. And I have full confidence in you doing just that. The sergeant here has a very particular skill set whenever it comes to things like this, and I would hate to see such a young man like yourself defaced in such a way.
The Velcro rips from my tool roll-up as I roll it out.
And as you roll it out, your nice, perfectly kept, pristine tools gleam in the fluorescent light. And you see the reflection in his eyes and just pure fear.
Were you aware of what happened to the boy?
Kinda. I didn't do it. It it was all the sergeant and one of his other guys. They were there. You know, some of those guys are really cruel. I mean, you guys probably deal with that. A little bout of nervous
I'm gonna
laughter.
squeeze him just a little bit. Put some pressure on his shoulders.
He immediately shuts up.
I think we should start before that. What's your name, son?
Jazz Silbit is JAZSIL apostrophe
Of course.
BIT.
Of course. Christopher apostrophe Whaley, yes.
T177-2. That's my trooper number.
Ah. Some old designations never done. That's good. Now, Jazz. How long have you been attached to the Legion?
About 6 months now.
Mm-hmm. And how did you get embroiled in all of this?
Go ahead and make a coercion check.
I would love to.
And
Do I-
it can, of course, be a group check.
Dom, what's your okay, hey, I've got us right here, brother. Can I get a sweet
double
boost
bird.
die from Dom and his
Absolutely.
tools? Sweet. And what's his what's
It'll
the
be
check?
average.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Very good.
Well, I mean, you know, just trying to get out of the slums. The recruiters came around, and I just, you know, I volunteered.
What planet?
Volunteered to be on special operations.
Well, you don't exactly get to choose, I guess.
The people you ran with were particular in their recruitment.
What do you mean?
I just, for such a special force, why have someone such wet behind the ears?
Well, I was just a fill-in. One of their other squad mates, I guess he died or something. They needed an extra gun, and so they just pulled me from, you know, my other unit.
Is this guy lying? Is he lying?
Inside.
That is
he lying?
that would be deception versus discipline if he is.
Yeah. Go ahead and make that check for me.
All right, what's my
it will-
difficulty?
Again, it'll be 2 purples.
Still boost die or no?
Yeah. I'm all of this is group check.
Sweet.
Okay, I have
Okay,
a
gotcha.
yellow for
And- I also have a yellow at this. I got a yellow 2
Sick.
breeze for this. Also, Will, Dr. Fahrenheit,
Yeah.
can we say that you have a sweet bio monitor hooked up to him? A little simple, you know, heart
know what?
rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just finished setting that shit up.
Sweet.
Nah,
Yeah.
perfect.
All right, here goes. Discuss one advantage.
You know, you guys are no strangers to interrogation. His heart rate spikes a little bit above average. And you think he's probably lying about something here.
With my advantage, can I focus in a little bit on a particular?
Yeah. So what particular would you like to focus in on?
Really him being a fill-in, him just getting plucked for the mission.
Yeah. I'll say he's. You don't think that's what he's lying about.
Okay.
You think it may be, why he joined.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. I got you. What planet are you from, son?
I'm from here.
What sector?
Kind of laughs a little bit. You're not gonna believe this, but I grew up in the Golden Beaches. Well, not in the Golden Beaches, but around.
Been there your whole life?
Other than the last 6 months. A little background information for the viewer. In Sunstriders Phase 1, Golden Beaches were blown to shit by the sovereignty.
That was about to be my exact next question.
Go ahead.
Golden Beaches, huh? So you got to witness firsthand what a turbo laser bombardment does to a place like the Diamond Pier. And you still decided to join up on the other side.
His shoulders kind of slump a little bit in your grip. Head bows. Yeah.
Scared, huh?
Hard not to be.
Think you could bend the knee, be protected, and all it costed was what? Turning on your countrymen, rounding up 13-year-old kids in the dirt creek. Oh, but they're creatures anyways, right? They're subterraneans. Hell, they're hardly even Corellian. Right.
I mean, I don't think like that.
Mm-hmm. What do you think? Oh, go ahead, Bernie, if you had some.
Yeah.
No problem. I was just gonna say, I mean, I'm also from Corellia, Jazz. I wouldn't call the Golden Beaches slums by any means.
Well,
So,
I mean,
are you from the slums or are you from the Golden Beaches?
well, I mean, the slums around the Golden Beaches. It's just, it's a little embarrassing whenever. It's better to say Golden Beaches than to let people know where you're really from.
Well, we're all friends here.
Vice live lives.
So, why don't you give us the real lowdown on where you're really from?
All right. Give me another coercion check. This time it's going to be 3 purples.
Oh, yeah, we're digging in. We're digging in. Yeah.
And tech on another boost die
So 2?
for the yeah.
Sweet. Fellas, do we want to go ahead and burn one, or how we feeling?
Do it.
I mean, I know we only got one, but we're on a good train of thought right now, I think.
Hey, run it up, bro. Burn
Sweet.
it up.
Let's do it. I'll burn that.
Ooh. One failure, one advantage. What would you like to do with your advantage?
Well, I'll wait to hear what he says first.
Okay. So the question was,
Where's he really
with
from?
the real lowdown?
Give us the real info, yeah.
I'm not lying about that. I mean, I really am from around the Golden Beaches. It's
You keep saying around.
I could, yeah.
be
Then
more.
where is around?
I mean, do you want like the street address or something? Like
I would
it's,
love that.
523 Golden Avenue, or about.
About, huh? Mom and Dad
He
still
loves
live there?
that word.
Mom and Dad don't really live anywhere.
Mm. Mm. Ah. So my advantage, let's see. Ah, ha, ha, ha. What do we think, fellas?
Hmm.
Now, he wasn't exactly like a scrawny, malnourished guy whenever we picked him up, huh?
No, he's, looks like a soldier.
Yeah.
He is young. You'd say he's probably 17, 18 years old.
Does he have the tattoo?
But he does not. Not that
Yeah.
you can see.
Shit. Well, I'll open up his shirt a little bit, see if it's on that left pec.
Nothing there.
No tattoo yet, huh?
They said I didn't earn it yet.
You were looking forward to that?
Ah, no, I mean not particularly.
Right, but whenever it was all said and done, you would have went under the gun anyways, right? Be a part of the squad, have some camaraderie, place you belonged.
He does not answer you.
Hmm. Well, don't clam up now, son. We're just getting to the good part.
Vyaslav's gonna slide the data pad to in front of him while he mulls over his tools.
Ooh. What do you have open?
It's the medical report from Red.
Red's medical report,
And
all of his injuries.
Okay.
once he slides that over, since my hands are still on his shoulder, I'm gonna give him a little forward lean. Son, why don't you go ahead and read that from the top?
Patient name, Rhett, no surname, found on mission, presumably tortured, multiple internal injuries, external injuries, teeth missing, and he kind of trails off as he keeps reading.
For everything he says, when he says lacerations, how many lacerations sustained, Vyashav pulls the knife out of the tool belt.
Ooh.
When he says teeth missing, Vyashav pulls the channel locks out of the tool belt.
Oh
When
my.
he says bone fractures, Vyacheslav pulls the ball peen hammer out of the tool belt.
I'm so
And
glad you're
close it
reading
down
first
under the
law,
table.
Chris.
Dom, give me a coercion check.
Okay.
You'll have a boost die.
Okay.
You get mine, brother.
I'm gonna upgrade the check,
Okay.
so it'll be a red and a purple.
Green to boost. Let's go, dude.
Hey, you get my you get my yellow.
Let the boost in. Oh, the yellow, yeah.
Yeah, I got a rank.
Wait, do I get your greens as well? You have 3 greens? You have 3 dice?
Yes, yeah, for the group chat.
So yellow, 2 greens, and blues. Okay. Let's go, dude.
All right. So, young Jazz is scared. So all of your checks from here on out, or he failed his fear check. So you guys will have a boost die. He will have a setback die if he makes any checks. So he's scared. Look, I like I said, I didn't have anything to do with that. Like I didn't. They took him inside of Maya's and did his stuff, and then they just came out and told me to get set for an ambush.
Hmm. Is Bernathon a trooper or Lance Corporal?
Lance Corporal.
Lance Corporal, have we ever gone on a mission without me giving you a full debrief?
No, sir. There's the brief, there's the debrief, and there's the post-brief brief.
The post brief.
Lieutenant Rover doesn't want anybody fucking up, dude.
But so, Jazz, with that in mind, I find it incredibly difficult to believe that you did not have full operational understanding of your mission before you undertook it.
Well, I mean, you know, like I said, I was just a fill-in. They didn't really.
That does
Said something
not
about
matter. You were on the mission. So, let's ask another question. What did you want young Rhett for?
Well, one of the older guys said he was a rat.
And
I mean, that was it. I guess he told you guys something or told somebody something, and
what does the sovereignty do with rats?
I don't know. I mean, I guess what they did to that boy.
You mean what you did to the boy?
I didn't do it. Like I s-
Yes, you did. So, feigned ignorance can't go on much longer, or the good sergeant here will show you a wide range of tool proficiencies.
I mean, I've told you guys everything that you've asked. I don't know what you want me to say. It's the truth.
I believe you're telling me the truth. I also believe that you're happening to leave out some other pertinent details.
Vaislav's gonna get down on the balls of his feet in front of him. Nice 8-inch dagger, kind of floating around in front of him.
Was it your team? Oh, go ahead.
We need something to work with, or we will find something to work on.
And was it
Okay.
your team that released the nerve agent into the waterworks?
Nerve agent?
Yes, into the very waterworks just a few blocks away from Mara's. You know that waterworks supplies drinking water to the entire section of that Dura Creek block. Probably 10, 15,000 inhabitants or so. Civilians.
That wasn't my team.
Who was it?
I don't know. I guess some other squad or something.
So, Jazz, now that you have the understanding of what the sovereignty is up to here, are you still prepared to go through with it? Whenever you get out of here, I mean.
Are you guys gonna let me go?
Well, of course.
He doesn't believe you, and you can tell he doesn't believe you.
That's good.
Give me another coercion check. I'm gonna upgrade this one as well. It's gonna
Yeah.
be 2 purples and a red.
And we're double boosted.
Double boosted.
Dang. One advantage again.
What would you like your advantage to be?
Oh man, I don't know. Let's see.
I can give you another insight on one of
Yes.
his statements.
If you could be so kind, GM, throw me a bone.
Yeah. The tattoo. He said he hadn't earned it yet. When he said that, something happened. You know, shoulder slumped a little bit, heart rate sped up a little bit. Something was going on there with him not earning his tattoo.
Oh, fuck. Fuck, he did the shit. They were gonna tat his ass up after they got back. Refresh me, Chris, from last session. Where was this guy at? Was he in the building? Like, was he
No,
one of the
he
ones that got
was-
stunned in the building, or was he out on the bench? Or out
He
in,
was
like,
the.
floor?
I'm pretty sure he was the one that was hiding in the alleyway.
Okay.
So 2 windows, and then
Right.
further back was the alley and the park bench. He was the one in the alley.
Okay.
I'm fairly certain.
So I'll say one last question for this session, Jazz. What does it take to earn your tattoo for the Legion, for the 13th Legion?
Like, usually you have to do something, you know, like worthy of whatever
I mean,
commendation.
give me an example. Would you say that, and I'm going to give a sweet big squid side to the doctor right here. Would you say that torturing a Liberation Front informant in the field would qualify?
I guess, but like I said, I didn't do that.
We're past that part, remember? So you think you guess? I'm gonna need a yes or no.
Yes.
Okay. What did say your sergeant? What did your squad lead say he did for his tattoo?
I never asked, but I think he found some insurgent hole and torched it or something like that. That's what the other guys were saying.
Oh, so you never asked, but they were willing to talk about it. Plenty.
They brag a lot.
Of course. So how are you going to dress this one up for whenever the next recruit asks you about how you got yours?
Well, I didn't get mine.
No, well, you can't get it now. I mean, we can give one to you. We can fill in for your squad. I think that sounds like a good idea. I think you've earned it, don't you think, Jazz?
His head bows a little bit. I say a little bit. His head bows.
As much as it can without his shoulders moving.
Yeah. I'm telling you the truth. I didn't torture that boy.
Which one did?
Sergeant and one of his other guys. I didn't even know his name.
So there were 4 of you, right?
Yeah. It was the corporal that was with us.
So what were you doing while it went on?
Standing guard.
What did his scream sound like?
Give me another coercion check. This one's gonna be 1 purple.
Double boosted still?
Yes.
Oh, 1 threat. All right. Hey, look at the lengths, man. Jesus
Take
Christ.
a strain.
Hey, of course. Well, naturally. Of course.
At the mention of the boy's screams, something changes in Jazz. You know, those of you that are familiar with the strong interrogation tactics, you know that he just broke. It'll be a flood now, almost certainly. He doesn't answer you, but something changes in him.
Well, I will pat him on the shoulder. It's the right side. Flash. Give him a little shake. Following orders is hard, Jazz. But in 10 years, 20 years, 60 years, whenever you're old and gray, it's a very thin sheet to sleep under. But it is not too late, son.
And at that, Jazz Silbit, T1772, begins to weep. They told me that I had to do it. They made me. They sat me in the chair and made me pull the trigger. They didn't threaten me, but they had guys standing behind me with their weapons out. They made me do it. You don't understand.
I do understand, Jazz. I'm just sorry that it took to that point for you to understand what you had gotten into.
You think I wanted this? You think I signed up to mow down people I knew that were innocent?
You signed up.
Give me a perception check, everybody.
Individually, you
Perception?
want group check?
I don't know if it would be perception. What is like perception for words?
Are you talking more like insight or like what
Yeah,
do you?
insight type of.
Well, if
yeah.
it lies is vigilance or discipline, it can be perception if you want for human, like that actual like feel.
I like perception.
Okay.
And this will be individual checks for everybody.
All right.
So it'll be one purple.
Are we boosted on this or no?
Yes. Yeah. From the fear check.
So just one then.
Yep.
Okay.
One boost. 2 purples and 1 boost die. One purple, sorry. One purple.
Cool.
Perception.
Yep.
Attaboy, Bernie.
Eyes up, Sergeant.
You got yours up, Will?
Trooper Fahrenheim.
Sorry, I was refreshing. I was confused for a second there.
No worries. No worries.
Forewarning, gentlemen, before we finish this, I am 100% planning to Inglorious Bastards this guy's forehead.
Oh no.
No, don't worry,
Incredible.
Chief.
Incredible.
I've got a plan.
I'm about to give you something you can't take off.
Doc, Burnathon, at this last little outburst, something sticks out to you. Sat me in the chair, pulled the trigger. He's not talking about torturing this boy. He's not talking about torturing Rhett. Killing people he knew were innocent. People, not person. Killing. They didn't kill Rhett. He's talking about something completely different. You guys might share a little glance between the two of you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Statue in a chair, huh? Maybe a controlled chair at the water plant?
No. He stops crying and his face kind of hardens, like he's reliving something. Not at the water plant. There was some. Go ahead.
I was just about to ask, would I have any knowledge of any atrocities that might match up with this guy's story in the past 6 months?
You know, probably. But there's so many of them.
Too many to pick from. Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, this seems likely.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
Go ahead, Chris. Whatever.
no, it wasn't at the water plant. It was they said it was some rebel cell. Some dogs living in a bunker. Guerrillas blowing up infrastructure, killing civilians. I didn't really believe it. But when we got there and it just looked like just a building. They sat me in the chair on the back of one of the trucks and told me to hold down the trigger. He looks around at you guys. They flushed him out, and they all had to come through the one door. And he starts to cry again.
He earned his mark.
They threatened to kill my family if I didn't. So I did it. And now I don't have a family.
What happened to him, Jazz?
Kind of looks. Well, I guess you're still standing behind him. He'll turn his head and says, "What do you think happened to them, Lieutenant?" They lied. They lied. They said that they'd kill my family if I didn't do it. And so I did it. And they killed my family anyway.
Why don't they just burn you up, Jazz?
The whole reason why I joined. I thought I could do something from the inside.
Ah, but that's just the trick, isn't it? By the time you got to the point when you could do something, NCO, Lieutenant, hell, what's one more rock to kick down the street? What's one more trigger pull?
I wanted to get to the Admiral. He's the one that ordered the bombardment. He's the one that destroyed my home. I never even got to meet him.
Hmm.
I didn't even know you guys existed. Not then. Dot. As he's talking, you do notice all of his his little lie detector you have him hooked up to, everything's checking out here. He's telling you the truth.
Lieutenant, it appears this one is being truthful.
I don't know what information I can give you, but I can tell you everything I know about the inner workings. I guess it doesn't matter now.
You really want to hurt him. That's the best way to do it.
And if you know how, you can start by opening this data pad for us. Look over the squad leader's shoulder.
I never saw the passcode, but I don't know, it might be some kind of biometric lock or something.
Can we flip a destiny point?
Oh, I was just about to say something about that, Mr. Hawk.
I think
For the price of one measly little destiny point, I think young Jazz here will know exactly how to open up this data pad for you guys.
yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Great pull, Burnathon. Great pull, man.
So, you flip the data pad over to Jazz, and it takes him a minute. He's working, and as you guys are watching, it doesn't look like he's doing anything subversive. He's pretty straightforward, trying to get it unlocked, and it takes him a little bit. But eventually, he does find a little hidden biometric scanner. You hear a little pneumatic click, and he pulls his finger back, and there's a little speck of blood on it. And data pad unlocks. Kind of, he passes the data pad over to you, and he sits in silence for a minute. And almost imperceptibly, he asks you guys, you know, is Rhett gonna be okay? That little boy? Is he gonna make it?
I look to the doctor.
He will make it. But he will most likely not be able to live a completely normal life. His injuries were great.
He didn't scream. He didn't make a noise. Not that I heard.
Jazz. Don't you think it's time you did something for Corellia?
I've been trying. Just not the right way, I guess.
Right, you are. Sergeant, pack the tools up.
Slav's gonna smirk, look towards the ground, spin the knife one more time, and then pack his tools up.
There might be something you can do for your planet other than die for it. I want you to think long and hard about what options you have out of this container. Me and the sergeant will be back. Unhook him,
Nods a
doctor.
little bit. Doc, as you're unhooking him, you reach for the cuff, you start undoing the Velcro strap, and as you're pulling it away, he grabs your wrist. Not hard, not violently, just, you know, firmly grasps it and kind of whispers to you. And you tell him, I'm sorry. Kid. Will?
I'm sorry, what? I completely spaced the fuck out, dog.
I know, you were so spaced, I thought you DC'd. I looked over and
Yeah.
said your background was moving.
My bad, bro.
I
What
was
happened?
saying, as you go to unhook all of your equipment from him, you take the Velcro strap off of his arm, and as you're pulling it away, he grabs your wrist, not violently, but just like a firm little grab, and whispers to you, can you tell him I'm sorry? The kid.
Whenever he wakes up.
And he'll let go of your wrist.
I give him a pat on the shoulder.
So I'm gonna be, Roman will be the last one out. Pull the light. And as I'm shutting the door, where it's just like one's half of my face, big squid eye, dry skin. How many legionnaires do you think one Corellian citizen's worth? 2? 3.
All of them.
It's a tough bill to pay. Might want to think about how you can start repaying it. Oh. Shut the cargo door.
As you shut the door, the droid will come over, push the latch down. Statement. I have taken charge of the prisoner. And he stands in front of the door.
Let's get that data pad worked, Burn Thumb.
On it. Hey,
Oh.
Vyacheslav, I'm not actually the best at computers. Can you help me make sense of this thing?
Oh, of course, of course.
Fucking Russian hacker over here.
Let me show you bot form.
Well, here's my email address. Here's my social security.
That's all I need to make good.
So, easy enough as you guys, I'm assuming, probably head back to the common room, back to the barracks, pull out some extra data pads, start taking notes on this thing. So, what are you guys looking for in this data pad? There's a bunch of information that doesn't really mean much to you, but any direction you guys like to go?
I pull up a map of the sector around the water plant, and then I try to extract location data from the data pad.
Okay. So give me, let's see. It'll be an average computers check.
Okay.
I'll say, give me a setback die for sovereignty tech, nomenclature, things of that nature.
Okay. Damn. Yeah, I'm just chewing through the pad, trying to cross-reference the location points, and every time I come across and try to ping one, it doesn't line up. Longitude and latitude is too scrambled.
I didn't see your roll. I had to refresh. Yeah, your map of the sector that you have doesn't match up with the map that they have on the data pad. So the locations aren't really meaning anything to you. But you do see, with your two advantages, I'll say, there is a big building on their map. Has just like a little marker, a little icon on it. Doesn't really mean anything to you. Just a little circle with a dot in the middle. Little bullseye.
I scribe that into the other data pad. Can I continue to try to search this thing, or?
You can. We'll just increase the check.
Okay. I would like to look for a list of verified users.
Okay.
Of this data pad.
Okay.
So I'm at 3 purples and a setback.
Yes.
All right.
Ooh.
Gotta make it hard to make it.
That's right,
That's
Mom.
what I'm saying.
Gotta have some
man. Hey.
stakes.
Okay. 3 threats. Interesting. Hey, all right, so first off, you're able to pull user data from this thing. You do see it was assigned to one Sergeant Jark Andrala.
Ooh.
And if you guys pulled dog tags or ID chips or anything, you wouldn't recognize this is the sergeant, the leader that you guys shot in front of young Jazz.
And Bernie, go ahead and send this to High Command. Maybe they can cross-reference it to.
Ooh, triumph though, fellas.
Yeah, what are we thinking for the triumph?
I'm thinking maybe there's a file or something for the escalation of what was supposed to come after the waterworks.
Okay. I like it. Yeah, you're digging through. Go ahead.
Or like a operation name or something, like for whatever, for just the umbrella of all their destabilization and shit for Dirt Creek.
So the triumph, let's see. So you do stumble across an operation name. It's pretty it's pretty dry. No artistry in this one. It's just operation to destabilize civilian population.
The dickheads.
Duracrete block. Phase 2.
Do they have a phase 3 on?
I don't know, maybe. But you do see, it's easy enough to find in the operation details. Some of it is like blacked out. You see a couple redacted sections. But you do see something about the water purification plant. You see something about nerve agent, insert chemical name here. I can't remember what we said last time.
pH 35. I don't know.
Yeah, sounds good. pH 35, neurotoxin. And then you see another one. Everything is redacted except for the big like subtitle of the section. It says Civilian Population Center. And
Mama.
you recognize the symbol that you saw on the map. And it says, something, a bunch of redacted shit as notated on map with the little symbol. And then a bunch of other redacted shit.
So I'm just drinking calf at the table, like foot up, boot up on the coffee table while you guys are working on the pad.
And Vyslav's gonna spin the pad and slide it across the table to Lieutenant Qual. And then hold up the other pad with Bernie's rendition of the building with the symbol on it.
Do I know? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Let me see. What would that be? Give me a group underworld check.
Ooh.
Well, you guys don't roll it yet. Let me go. I've been drinking water like a
It's good for you. It's good for you. You gotta go to the refresher right around the corner back there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm watching his camera. I gotta see it happen live action.
No, that shit was peak.
I have 3 greens, by the way, for underworld.
Same.
2.
I've got 4.
Oh, sure.
Let's go.
I don't even want to blink. It's elite.
I think if I turn the camera a little bit more, it'll come into focus right at the perfect spot.
Probably so.
All right. Let's see it. Underworld check.
Go ahead, Doctor.
Sure. How many purples?
Oh, average with a setback. So 2 purples, 1 setback. And you know what? Perfect. That's a lot of success. I was gonna upgrade it, but I'll save it for later. So, Bernathon and Fahrenheim are my 2 from Corellia, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Almost at the same exact moment, you guys both recognize this as the building. It's the Civic Center that's located in the middle of the Deer Creek block. This is where all the public addresses happen. Anytime there's any kind of like voting or community outreach events or things of that nature, this is where it happens.
Do we have any events coming up?
Funny, you should say. You do know that there is some kind of event coming up, but you're not sure exactly what it is.
Not the Children's Arts and Crafts Fair.
Wouldn't that be fucking funny?
Those bastards.
All right. We've got to get this to Highcom immediately. I'll get her on the horn.
And I will say, in the operation details, you do notice this operation was supposed to go into effect in like 2 days.
Oh shit. So 2 days from today, or 2 days
2
from
days from
yesterday?
now.
Okay.
2 days from now.
So yeah, I'll try and get Commander T on the horn.
And I'm assuming there's some kind of
Do we
emergency.
do we have a big hollow table in the common?
I'll say yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So I'll use that one to punch in our encryption codes.
Perfect. So you call up, and Jinko answers the comm. Sir.
What's Jinko's rank?
I don't think we said. Let's see.
I don't think we did.
Yeah, put it right.
Jinko.
She
we'll
comms
make
officer?
him, yeah. We'll make him a lieutenant as well.
Lieutenant Jinko, this is a priority 1 communique for Commander T.
Please hold. And of course, your goofy little waste management hold music plays for 30 seconds, 45 seconds or so. And Commander T comes up on your holo display. Lieutenant?
Sir, we have successfully completed the interrogation of the 13th Legionnaire and cracked the datapad recovered. This communique is in regards to pertinent information recovered from said datapad. Sir.
I'm assuming... Why do you always have to speak like that, Lieutenant? Just...
I'm not quite sure what you mean, sir.
How did the interrogation go? What did you find out?
It went quite well. More importantly, the datapad confirmed with the Legionnaire's biometric data that they are in a phase 2 of their destabilization operations in the Deer Creek block, and on top of that, we have a location for their next strike in 2 days Galactic Standard Time at the Deer Creek Civic Center.
Her eyebrows kind of raise a little bit whenever you drop that little bit of information. 2 days is not a long time.
No, it is not, sir.
What's on your books for the rest of the day, Lieutenant?
Well, I was hoping to get another bunk check done, sir, but I would think that this probably has priority.
Have you slept in your bunk since your last bunk check?
That's irrelevant, sir.
I agree. New assignment. I want you guys take your team and your B team to I guess we need to scout this location, see what we can find. sweep the civilian population, see what they know, find out what's going on over there. I'm looking at a list of scheduled community events at the Civic Center, and it doesn't seem like anything is happening in 2 days, but information is scarce. So get down there, Lieutenant. Figure out what's going on.
Aye, sir.
And the prisoner. Do we need to do any body disposal? I know your sergeant there is handy with his tools.
He is. The tools were not quite needed yet, sir. The prisoner may yet prove useful to the Carillion Liberation Front in a different capacity, sir.
Her eyebrow raises at that. Very good, Lieutenant. Carry on. And she'll disappear.
Immediately call the B team. Get back to the depot.
Lieutenant Jinko, who you just spoke to, answers the call and gives you an affirmative. So, anything you guys want to do while we're waiting for them?
Not that I can think
Gather
of.
gear, I guess, whatever.
Yep, yeah, grab the gear.
You'll gear up.
Oop. So I think here's a good time. If we could take a quick little 5-minute bio, that'd be awesome. My
Well, of
food is
course.
here.
Oh, sweet.
So, yeah, boys. Hey,
Nice.
I'm glad we didn't kill the prisoner.
Hey,
It's very good.
you know, as we
I'm
were
not glad.
no lie, as we were sitting there, I was like, man, I'm gonna have to put up the biggest content warning ever on this channel ever if we actually start wet working this guy. I was like, holy shit, nobody is gonna expect this if they regularly tune in and then just open up this one and like, holy shit, the Sunstriders are ripping this guy's fingernails off.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god, dude, I was so ready. That's what I had the medical readout for.
I know.
Oh my god.
And I love that. Fuck, I loved it.
We were
But
gonna
man.
go 1 for 1.
Had to give the old lieutenant a sob story about his family, man. Shit. Doesn't that just make you want to fucking kill those bastards?
Right.
Now you know. So hey, why
I like it.
not point them at the guys in sovereignty uniforms, huh?
Let's see it. I want to see it. As long as he doesn't expecto betray us.
Hey, sometimes you got to open up the door for a betrayal.
I like
You know
it.
what I mean?
I like it.
And that's just what we were talking about right earlier. Hey, we know what made him change the first time. We just got to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Mm-hmm. No atrocities.
Also, maybe that's a half check mark for recruitment. Just saying.
I like that. I like that.
And we got the big DeWooten guy. He should be stopping by sometime. Got to get him recruited.
Right?
He doesn't have a job at the waterworks anymore, I'm sure. So
He needs a new job.
yeah.
Garbage disposal, baby. B team's hiring. Night shift garbage collector. What the fuck?
Amen, dude. Hey, we're around the clock, baby. Lights are always on. I got some crackers. Pretty good. I can't wait to slowly reveal more and more in one-on-ones with you guys. And just be like, yes, and that's why everything's exactly fine. More, yes, my parents are dead, yeah. But look at me, I turned out just fine. So, viewers, we've got some Reese's dipped animal crackers on the on the slate for today?
Peanut butter's on the inside, or is coated?
I don't know. Ah, it's chocolate on the bottom, peanut butter coating on the top,
Ooh.
animal cracker inside. Let's see.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's the winner.
nothing beats a good Reese's egg, dude.
Mm. Reese's dipped animal crackers, that's gonna get 5 big booms. Boom. Boom. Boom.
All right, gang. Everybody bio it up.
Oh yeah. Ready to
Got
run.
your snackies and
Ready to go.
whatnot. All right. So, B team has assembled. You guys are in the truck bay. You got your 2 garbage trucks up and running and ready to go. What are we looking like here? Who's driving? Who's passenger? Who's on the back? Who's in the back? Are we all piling into one truck? What's our little loadout looking like?
A team definitely has our own truck, and Bernie, I think you're our driver, right?
Yeah, probably.
So.
Ashlov doesn't mind shotgun.
Yeah, that'd be great. So me and the doc hanging on the back then. Happy enough.
All right, so you guys like sitting in the back because there is space. Or are y'all hanging off the back rack like the
We're
real
giving
trash men?
oh, absolutely. We're giving the full regular day look.
Okay, cool. So, while you guys were assembling, Commander T sent down a quick little memorandum, little orders. You know, scout location, investigate inside of building, comb civilian population, gather information, figure out what event is happening, when it's supposed to be happening, who's going to be involved, that type of stuff. So, and then I'll say, you guys are familiar with the area, so it's a pretty straight shot, maybe like a 15-minute ride down the road, mostly main streets. Don't need to take any kind of crazy back alleys, whatever. And yeah, there's a lot of dumpsters at the Civic Center. Lieutenant, the floor is yours.
All right. Well, let's see here. Once we get there, I think Sergeant, Doctor, me and Bernathon will handle the truck. We'll do scouting from inside and around the perimeter. You two begin the canvassing of the population.
Affirmative, sir.
Doctor, any chances some of your old clients might be hanging around?
It's very, very likely so.
I would say start there.
Understood.
All right. So, Takid, your Doug pilot, walks up late as always. Sir. Climbs into the truck.
And I'll just be backing him up, lining the dumpsters up, pulling the little crane control to get the dumpsters in. And then, yeah, with Bernie, I'll be looking at the actual infrastructure, see if there's anything suspicious going on with like the actual outside of like the Civic Center or anything like that. Like maybe construction or, you know, things that might be a cover for perhaps explosives or anything like that.
Huh? Okay. Looking at your map and your list of public works going on right now, doesn't look like there's much going on in the area. Maybe a minor road work, a couple blocks down the way. But nothing directly next to the Civic Center or anything like that.
Gotcha. Anything on the Civic Center itself?
No, not that you can see. No.
Gotta find his name. Dak'linn. Take us, park right outside there. Take us next to the, to the synthweave shop.
Synthweave shop. What is synthweave?
Like a clothing store.
I was thinking.
Okay.
Isn't that what like the people in the project skins wear? From League of
Probably.
Oh yeah. Hey, easy enough. Dak'linn and Burnathon. You punch in the address on your little truck GPSs. Gotta have them. Corellian DOT is not playing around with you guys. Okay, make
They've
sure
stopped us before, man.
Fucking road pirates. So, you guys head out from base. You guys maybe split off a little bit, go different directions, but eventually, a pretty uneventful drive. You guys show up at the Synthweave shop, about a block away from the Civic Center, and you can see it. So, the Civic Center here, Deer Creek Block is not a fantastic part of Corellia. However, a lot of money before the bombardment, obviously, was poured into a lot of the civilian centers. So this is one of the few places in the Deer Creek Block where you can actually see open air. Looks like there's been, just a giant square cut in the layers above. You guys that have been on Corellia for a while know that this seemed like it took 100 years for them to do this. But there's a nice green park, direct sunlight. It's a really nice area, very well maintained, even after the collapse of the Corellian government. CLF had a lot to do with that. A lot of volunteer forces, things of that nature. So this is a nice area, good part of town, not a whole lot of crime. You guys haven't had any run-ins with the sovereignty here or anything like that. But yeah, so pretty big. I'd say probably like a 10 or 15 story building. Nice and big. There's a lot of, concerts happen here. Like I said earlier, like voting, community events, just everything community related. This is where it happens. So you guys pull up and you're about a block away. You can see it. What do you guys want to do?
I think we just spread out and canvas while we pick up the baskets.
You guys got your little pokers out and everything?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Stays with his poker.
Thank God.
And I'll take the actual, the park walkways and, with the, for the bag swapping, the actual stand-up trash cans in the park. Refresh those bad boys.
Okay. So you said Lieutenant Robrin and Doc, right?
For the canvassing was Vyacheslav and Doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. Sick. So, okay, sick. So we'll go to you guys first. Vyacheslav and Fahrenheim. It's the middle of the day. There's a good couple of people out and about enjoying the park, walking the paths, picnicking, things of that nature. So, what'd you guys like to do?
Vyacheslav, I'm going to accompany the doctor on his walk.
I'm gonna see if there's anybody familiar while we're walking.
Give me an easy perception check. 1 purple. Nice. Big strain.
All right.
Doc, as you guys are walking, you see an older couple. older Zabrak couple. And you can't remember their names, but you recognize them. You've maybe seen them once or twice for bunions or, old people stuff.
Oh yeah, she has disgusting bunions.
Hey. And true to form, she is hobbling around. Looks like her foot's giving her some issues, but she's still out and about enjoying the park, getting her fresh air, just like you ordered.
So I go ahead, I slide. I go ahead, I slide on in. What was it? And I say, it looks like you're still taking my advice. It's good to see that I left at least some impression on my old patients.
She's slunched over. Her husband's seems like he doesn't even notice you're there. She's hunched over. She kind of looks up, fixes her little glasses. Dr. Fahrenheim? What are you doing here? What? You a trash man now?
Ah, yes. After the incident, I had to close my practice.
Moving up in the world, I see.
I guess you could say that. And how are you doing these days? Are the
Bad.
oh
Bunions are hurting. Back's hurting. Everything's hurting, Doc. I get my fresh air just like you asked me to, but it doesn't do anything.
I'm sorry to hear that the problems are still persisting.
I'm just out here walking my husband. He doesn't even talk anymore.
Is he okay?
You look over to him, and he's less hunched, but he's still a pretty diminutive old Zabrak. A lot of wrinkles around his eyes. And he's
Is he
just
even there?
Huh?
Is he even there?
He's
Like-
not. And you can tell
okay.
he's just staring at the butterflies and the trees and the bees, man. Just picking daisies in outfield. That's all he's
Enjoying
What
doing.
a life, man.
Oh.
Can only
Just all
dream.
So what was I supposed to be asking her again? I forgot. I'm sorry.
I don't know. You guys are canvassing the civilian population to see, what's going on here, what the event is.
Trying to see if there's anything going on in the Civic Center in 2 days,
Yeah.
or if anything else suspicious has been happening.
So, I haven't been around this part of town too much lately. We just recently, I just recently got transferred over to this route. How have things been in the area?
Good enough, I guess. I know you guys haven't been around because I got about 6 trash bags sitting out in front of my Criffin house.
I'll make note of that. We should definitely deal with that soon. So no strange happenings, no hoodlums breaking into anything.
Other than those sovereignty and those dogs running around shooting each other all the time, no.
I see. Well, have a nice day.
And she'll walk off.
I forgot how hard she was to deal
Oh,
with.
wait a minute, Doctor. I think I saw some mooks up on top of the roof a couple days ago, but I don't know. They were wearing construction gear, so maybe it was some of you guys picking up trash from the roof. Since you can't pick it up from my Criffin house. And she'll turn back around and keep walking her husband.
I go ahead and I take note of that.
Best NPC slot achieved.
Yeah, right. This old ass lady.
Yeah, she seemed to be enjoying her life.
I'd say her husband is enjoying life a whole lot more. Someone would take me for walks.
Says the
Oh,
dog person.
Yeah, the dog man shouldn't say that. That's crazy.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, I forgot about that.
Oh, man.
All right. Burn time. Robrin, what you guys doing? What are you guys up to?
I'm gonna collect the trash from the synthwave shop and see if the owner might be around, or anybody that might be hanging around while I'm dumping bins.
And I think I'll split off. And if you have any of those like what you call it, like raised walkways, stuff like that that are what you call it? It's like the
Fire
two
escapes.
staircases. Yeah, fire escapes. The stuff that would go over like actual traffic and stuff. Like spots like that.
Yeah, easy enough. So we'll do that first. Yeah, there's a nice little fire escape. And then a little, there's a pedestrian bridge. That's what those are called.
That's what it is. Yep.
Yeah, there's a nice little pedestrian bridge that partially goes over the street and then goes over the park on the Civic Center grounds. Goes down on the other side. So you're up there. What are you looking for?
I mean, we know they're gonna be here in 2 days. Anything that just looks kind of out of place, like like an unattended, like hover vehicle or something like that. That's just like kind of parked, like waiting, like anything that they might have planted here before and then are coming back to in 2 days.
Give me a perception check. It'll be hard, and I'm gonna upgrade it.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna flip one back.
Okay.
We win these. Historically.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
Ooh,
This-
yeesh.
4 failures.
Oh,
What would
damn.
you like to do with your advantages?
Could I upgrade lieutenant's check?
Yeah, absolutely. Good. So yeah, you don't really see anything out of place. You know, walking around the park looks nice and pristine. There's not a lot of traffic in this area. The few hover vehicles that you do see driving around are parked. They look like, you know, just regular commuter vehicles, things of that nature. But yeah. Oh, all right, Alec.
I'll go on the hollow comm. Hey boss. Seems pretty clean over here. I mean, few scraps, nothing big.
Affirmative. And I will see if anybody, whoever's hanging around the synthwave shop.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Of course.
Ba, ba, ba. Oh yeah. Yeah. Do this. Excuse me.
You're excused.
Good lord. This
Filthy
website always bricks my shit. So, Jake, as you are you knocking on the door of the synthweave shop, or are you just going in? They're open.
Shit, I've got the trash stuff, so yeah, I'm just going in.
Nice. Okay. Ding ding. Door opens. It's a nice little shop. Nothing crazy upscale. But they do have a couple of nicer pieces in the windows and things of that nature. It's pretty empty right now. People are at work. Not really a lot of clothes shopping going on right now. But a couple seconds after you open the door, an older Nemoidian man comes out from the back, and he's dressed in very nice purple finery. Ah, are you here to collect the trash?
I am.
Perfect. It's just in the back. I'll get it for you.
Oh,
That Gib?
no need. Gib Fandale, he's here.
Yeah,
man.
right.
Oh, how the
Then I'll hustle to go grab it.
Ah, you're so courteous. Thank you.
Oh, it's my duty. Say, did you happen to see the upset in the grab ball match the other day?
Oh, I'm not one for grab ball. I mostly worry myself with my clothes.
Well, that was a hell of a match. Did it have a name on the signboard, like walking in?
Yeah.
Was it Gib Fandales?
No. The shop name was Nib's Duds. So presumably this guy's name is Nib. N-I-B.
Are you Mr. Nib?
Oh, the one and only. Nib Dunlead. Happy to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Have you been operating here for a long time?
Oh, since my father's father. Well, I suppose I wasn't operating back then. Our shop's been open for almost 100 years now.
Wow. How's business been with the embargo?
Oh, we've certainly seen better days.
Does the storefront look pretty bare? Like use low supply lines or?
No, not really.
Okay.
It looks like even with an embargo, this guy maybe can do pretty well for himself.
Well, Gib, is there anything going on in the Civic Center?
Nib.
No, Nib. Did I say Gib? Jesus. Nib. Well, Nib, is there anything going on at the Civic Center later this week? Trying to think of my wife's been on my ass trying to get the kids out and about for the weekend.
Oh, out and about. I'm not sure your children would like what's happening at the Civic Center, but now that you mention it, there's supposed to be some sort of vaccination drive or some such. Free food after you get vaccinated, something like this.
Oh, who's putting on the drive? Do you know?
Oh, I couldn't tell you. Like I said, I busy myself in my clothes, and the outside world sometimes just disappears.
I understand being a man of focus.
Oh,
The trash won't pick itself up, Nib.
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And the cloth will not cut itself.
Well, thank you. I should get back to it. The truck's running.
Oh, of course. And there's not much here. It's just a couple of scraps of cloth, maybe a couple food wrappers. Not much. One bag's worth. So,
Just how we like it.
all right.
Toss it in, knock on the side of the truck, get on the comm. Trash collection, Team A, Oric. Seems we have confirmation of an event. Seems to be a vaccination drive at the Civic Center in a few days. Might need full collection forces at bay.
And you're calling that to your local team, or
Yeah,
you're calling
yeah,
that?
yeah, to us.
Okay, okay, okay. 666. So, you guys sharing what you found?
The good doctor found out that there were some suspicious mooks on top of the Civic Center roof.
That's specifically an old patient of mine had told me this.
Affirmative. Let's regroup on the truck. We have another sector to get to. Once we all get back on the truck and we're off comms, I'll tell Dak'linn, hey, pull us into the Civic Center, and then we're gonna try and get up on that roof.
All right. Hey, easy enough. Not a lot of people here today. The bottom floor there's some kind of little art gallery thing. It's open to the public. So, I mean, it's easy enough to just walk in, especially with you guys wearing your waste management uniforms. One of the, not even a security guard, one of the, one of the workers at the Civic Center is going to direct you guys. Thank you. We've been overflowing for the last couple of weeks, and we have a big event this weekend. We'll need trash pickup on every floor.
Terrific. Do you need it for today, or do you need it every floor for the event?
Well, if you could do it today, that would be excellent. But
We'll get started on it. And you know, waste collection management, we start from the top down. You got to get the furthest bags first. So.
Okay. Well, I'm a little busy here. But.
Oh, just point us the way. We can get the bags in and out.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to do this, but it's my head if the trash isn't cleared out. So she'll.
We don't want that.
She'll take her badge off of her shirt and she'll hand it to you. Ooh. This will get you through the locked doors. You know, can't have people roaming the whole building. And some older gentleman, some old Karen will. Excuse me. And she'll, oh, please, excuse me. I'm so sorry. And she'll rush over to the older lady and leave you guys alone.
Oh yeah, we're heading straight to the top.
Perfect.
So, is it just your squad, or are you taking the B truck as well?
I would say, well, we got one badge.
Have them on lookout.
I would say actually yes. That's a great idea. I'll have them do. Well, they'll start on the bottom. They'll start picking up the trash on base floor, and we'll pincer it, and they can keep an eye on everybody moving around down here.
Perfect.
Wonderful idea.
Oh, I don't know. Have you guys ever been to the Lake Charles Civic Center whenever it's like after hours? It's empty. Once you get above the first floor, you scan the badge in, get into the stairwell. You guys head up. It's empty. There maybe you pass a janitor every now and then, just kind of sweeping the halls. Morning, you know, whatever. Nothing crazy going on. But, or is there anything you guys want to look for here? Or are you heading straight to the roof?
Right to the roof. We'll work our way down.
Perfect. So, you're in the stairwell, you're making your way up. As you get to the top floor, and there's a big sign that says roof access, keep locked, whatever. Go to scan the key badge, and it doesn't work. Door does not open. Just keeps beeping at you.
What the crap? Sergeant, can you pop this?
Vyaslav's gonna. I don't have a data pad to make it cool. I'm gonna try to override the Dak'linn. Oh, sweet. I'm gonna take Paul's data pad and use the, I don't know, funny abbreviation name, Cord.
A little hard link
Attempt
cable.
to hard link into it.
That would be a
The
scomp
ACX
cable.
43 cable.
That would be a scomp cable.
Scum. There we go.
That's the one, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Start interfacing with the door.
So I will need a computer's check.
So
Can I get a boost dice for the datapad tool?
I will. I say yes. Having the
Swear
correct
to God.
tools for the job. I'm gonna
Technically,
upgrade
that's
this
an
check.
unskilled boost as well. So
Nice.
That counts as that.
Cool. So I'm gonna upgrade this. It's going to be 1 red, 2 purples.
all right. All right. All right. Come on.
Ooh. Take strain. Would you like your triumph to be? Vyslav?
Major siege. So what do we... There's someone on the other side of the door.
Ooh.
Somebody opens the door from the other side.
I don't know. Because I can't just say it does open, but it gives me an avenue to maybe get it opened.
Not only does that open the door for us, that really puts us in an interesting spot.
Yeah. Okay. One second. Perfect. Yeah. After fiddling with it for a little while, you can't get it open. But you hear something on the other side. Sounds like someone's outside walking around. There's some clanking and clattering and noises.
Look up from the data pad and just Lieutenant.
Oh, what would you guys like to do?
You guys want to knock on it?
I don't know. We can't. I don't have anything to force it. I don't have anything to force it.
As you guys are thinking about this, your comms light up. A little message coming up from the guys down low. Sir, this is Jinko. We apprehended a group of boys trying to sneak into the stairwell. Doesn't look like they're supposed to be here.
Ask them if they're missing a friend.
A couple seconds go by, maybe a minute. Yes, sir. They say that one of their friends climbed the outside of the building.
Affirmative. Do.
So as the first beat on
Garbage
the door,
collection.
you
Open
hear
his
a,
door.
You hear a squeak, a little squeak from the other side. And after a couple seconds, you see the little, I guess probably not a doorknob, but some
Internal-
mechanism on the door starts to
Internal
turn,
mechanism.
and it opens up, and you have to look down. There's like a little, maybe 10 years old, little Rhodian girl standing in front of you.
Are you supposed to be up here?
I'm waiting for my friends.
They're not gonna make it. Garbage collection stopped them from running up the stairwell. So if you're waiting on meeting up with them, you might want to go down there and scurry off.
And she doesn't waste another second, takes off, rushes past you, looks at Bernathon for a second. You have 4 arms. That's weird. And then
Yeah.
downstairs.
Her eyes are big too, so that's why she didn't pick on me.
So, doors open, and you guys are able to slip onto the roof.
I'm gonna say a perceptive little girl, huh?
Strong, I mean,
How many stories is this building?
When I say like,
You said 10 earlier.
10 stories. And if you do go and look over the
She's a
side,
beast.
if you go and look over the side, there's not much to grab onto.
I think we
It's
just
like
missed
that.
a good recruit.
Yes, child soldiers. Let's go, dude.
Jekko, get their information before they go.
Yes.
Try and get that in. And
Goddamn rock climbing school.
well, I'll give the old 2 fingers forward and starts sweeping this the exposed roof.
So, you guys are obviously 10 floors up. This isn't one of those buildings where the roof is really meant for anything. There's you see a little service access for like the HVAC unit, electrical for the building, things like that. It's not pretty up here. It's painted like that, like white sun reflective to keep the heat down. Kind of dirty. Not a lot of trash. Just what's like blown in. But yeah, there are a couple like rubble piles from like old maintenance and things of that nature. But not a whole lot up here. So
Any evidence that somebody has been up here recently?
give me a perception check. This will be a hard check.
All right, fellas.
And I'm gonna upgrade you guys again.
I'll need your
Let's
help,
go.
fellas.
I am
For perception.
yellow and 2.
Hey, that's you then. Probably go. I'm one
Yeah,
green.
I only got 2 greens, bro. I suck. I am not perceptive.
You were yellow and 2, Garrett?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I am also shook up though.
Oh yeah.
I go for it.
We didn't.
All right.
I think I need to add an addendum to the rules.
Why is that?
If you're shook up and you participate in a group check, you add your disadvantages. I kind of like that.
Boost and a setback.
We'll do it next session. I don't like changing the rules mid-session.
Very good.
Okay, so I'm looking at a dry perception roll. What difficulty?
2 reds and a purple. Or sorry, whoa. 1 red and 2 purples.
Oh. Let's say damn.
It's like, guys, we're dead.
The TIE fighter dropped.
All right, yellow 2 greens, red 2 purples. Let's go.
And the blue.
Oh, bluey. Let's go.
1 success, 1 threat. Take a strain.
Let's go.
You guys are sweeping the roof, kind of looking in some of the access panels. Not a whole lot, nothing that you can find. As Vyacheslav, as you are kind of combing over the little rubble pile, it's just like a bunch of cut pipes and plaster waste and things like that. But kind of semi-buried, you see a very faint blinking green light.
Hmm. Vyslev's not going to say anything. He's just going to go start trying to uncover the screen light.
Easy enough. It's just kind of hidden under, little piece of sheet metal. And you come out with like a little, hand-sized, fist-sized, little circular flat thing.
I'm going to try to inspect this thing, find an access port. Maybe a panel and a long screw.
Give me a computer's check.
All right.
It'll be easy.
Let's do it.
One purple.
What's that floating boost from? Is that just an assist on the group check?
That was a group check, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh,
Triumph roll,
first of all,
motherfucker.
Oh,
what would
baby.
you like your triumph to be, brother?
Shit, dude. Shit. Something denotes the previous owner of this piece of equipment.
Ooh. Well, buddy, as you're kind of flipping this thing around in your hand, you turn it over to the other side. And there's a big fucking Legion skull and crown on it. So, and obviously with your success, you find a little access panel for a little, I forgot what it was called. Spunk?
Scomp. SKO.
Scomp. A little scomp receptacle. Yeah.
The lieutenant. I'm going to toss the piece to him.
And what were the successes for?
He was just looking for an access
Okay, we
port for
found.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Do we know what it is?
Give me a hard knowledge warfare check.
Right.
And I'm gonna upgrade it again.
That's my goat spending them, dude. And of course, I'm gonna spend it right back.
Thank God.
Vashlev, you want to help me out with this for an unskilled
I
boost?
most certainly can.
That's my goat. All right. Nice.
Ooh.
One success, one threat.
Take another strain.
Of course.
I'm Mr. Strainer, dude. Lieutenant Qual Vrobrum. During your time training at the military academy on Osnium Prime, you had a couple of sessions with long-range artillery. There's a couple different ways to target. Obviously, you have targeting systems, you have math that you can do, and different kinds of range finders, location markers, things of that nature. You would recognize this as an artillery range marker. This is a targeting device, and it has been placed on top of this civic center in the middle of a densely populated civilian area
With an open shot to the sky.
to the sky.
Well, man, it seems like that resurgent class cruiser up there might be lining up for a party shot. Artillery marker.
Fucking bastards.
I gotta call this in.
As you're getting ready to call this in, there's a slight tremor in the ground. Building shakes a little bit. Nothing crazy, nothing serious. You hear a faint little rumbling far, far off in the distance.
Oh no. I don't like faint rumblings.
You're gonna call it up?
Yeah.
So you hop on the comms, and no one answers for a minute. Are you calling like base, or are you calling the guys downstairs?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to get the base. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Nobody answers for a little bit. You know, a couple minutes go by, still no answer.
I hang it up and pull out my macros. My macro binocs, and I'm fucking looking towards the sound of whatever just fucking happened.
Give me an average perception check.
Shit. I might have to hand these bad boys off to somebody.
Yeah, right.
Oh, what do you have?
I got a 1 green, baby.
Oh, shit.
Fancy. Yeah.
But
Crazy
hey,
Yeah,
that you're so
little
good at
hole.
crazy you're so good at barracks inspections.
hey, that's the
Yeah,
vigil-
right.
that's the vigilance part because everybody's trying to hide it from me.
True.
I know Bernie's got the goggles too.
Hey,
I could do.
group check. Burn. Put the bad boys on, man. Or I can I'll looking like fucking. They're not meant for my big eyes. so Lance Corporal. Now I'll fucking point towards the sound.
All right, I'm looking. What was the difficulty again?
It'll be an average check, 2 purples.
And take my sweet boost from my assist and my sweet macro binocs.
One success, 1 advantage. Hey. Lance Corporal, as you're looking through these binoculars, you're kind of scanning. It's hard to see some stuff because, you know, other than this big open section, you know, there's buildings up to the ceiling. Go ahead.
I do want to say, what is it? The scanner goggles I got specifically have night vision though, for low light
Okay.
and long distance.
Okay. Long distance. Perfect. Hey. You know, you're scanning, and there's one section where it's like, you know, all the buildings just kind of line up perfectly where it gives you like a straight shot. You could see farther than anywhere else. And it happens to be towards your base. Not directly, but in the general direction. And you see far, far off in the distance, there's a plume of smoke.
Lieutenant, I think we got a problem.
And almost as if on command, your comm crackles. Open frequency to all CLF forces. Very rarely used because it's easy to intercept.
I'm covering it here.
All CLF forces. There's been an attack on a civilian medical facility in Sector 8.
What the fuck? You got
All available units report. And you guys know that Sector 8 is pretty close to your base, maybe 5 or 6 blocks down the way. And that is where we will end off tonight.
bro.
Oh.
Shit's fucked, bro.
Yeah. The Sovereignty and their shock and awe campaign. Multiple targets, multiple points of incursion.
Nothing
Just
like a
general
fucking
chaos.
triple turbo laser battery from the bottom of a fucking Star Destroyer right onto a fucking population zone. Oh my god.
Hey, man.
Imagine imagine a laser the size of a bus hitting your fucking. Jesus.
Don't have to imagine anything because you just disappear,
We'll just watch it happen.
vaporized.
Sweet. All right, fellas. Man. Chris, let's go, man. You're tearing it up, man.
Cooking.
Motherfucker's
Hell yeah.
out here cooking, dude.
He's cooking.
So, good job, boys. I think we have done enough to. I think you guys have successfully. I don't know.
50 XP. 50 XP.
Oh no. You guys are gonna get another 5 this week.
Let's go, dude.
But I think you guys have a good hook set in young Jazz Silbit. So, what do you think? Think that's enough to activate the duty,
Oh,
or do we need to really shed it?
I don't know, Dom. You tell me, man. You think that think our recruitment's activating enough here, or what do you think?
If we were to include the fellow from the first session,
Yeah,
then
I was thinking about that one earlier as well.
It would be fulfilled. I think the possibility of the prisoner being recruited itself wouldn't be enough, but if we include from the first session as well, it feels right.
I like it. Feast or famine, boys. I'm Mr. Feaster, and I want to activate someone else's duty. So you know.
Duty.
Wait. So
I don't know if I'm doing this right, but I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's my resolution to having my duty activated and then
So your value
fulfilled?
will go up from 20, go up to, well, that's up to Chris here, 25 or 30, depending on how much or how important things of that nature.
So that's just so next time it gets activated, that's how many points it.
No, so with the
Or-
duty, it's a scale of 100, like obligation. So we as a group are at 80. So whatever
Yeah.
puts us closer to 100. And then whenever we hit 100, we get a reward from HighCom, and then it resets. It resets all of our duties back to like a minimum amount, like 10 apiece or whatever.
Okay.
So 10 is what the standard for
Okay. Hey.
for activation and completion.
We'll go for 10.
let's go, dude.
Sweet. So your value will bump, and that'll put us at 90 out of 100.
Nice. Perfect timing too. Next session is going to be a banger.
It already sounds like it.
So we got 5 XP, so
5 bones.
I feel like one of us is gonna get PTSD this next go around.
I hope so. Hey, you guys had it easy this session. No combat, no crazy atrocities.
Almost.
It's like we're overdue for one now.
that's right.
Yeah, hey. Don't worry, brother. Don't you worry your little.
Oh, I'm not worried.
How we feeling? We like it?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm loving the shit out of it.
Good to go. Well, hey, thank you, loyal viewers, for tuning in to another epic Sunstriders Phase 2.5 LIBERTAS session. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the little bell so you can receive notifications when we upload videos once every 7 months.
That's right. We love you.